Today is all about boat work.
We have a very long list of projects, and these are just a subset of them. These are the ones we hope we can get done today. Unfortunately, it's going to be raining this evening, so some of our painting projects are not going to happen, but that's okay. But we're just catching up on a lot of the boat work that we have been postponing to travel around the Great Loop.
Yeah. We know that some people absolutely love boat work. They love boat projects. They love sanding. They love cleaning their boat. But that is not us. We like to travel. We like to see things, like to do things. But today is not one of those days, unfortunately. Today is really boat work. Let's go. My first task for today is cleaning our Berkey filter. Now, if you don't know, our Berkey filter is what we use for all of our drinking water. Inside of this Berkey filter, it has 2 carbon filters, and every so often you need to clean the carbon filters, which is one of the reasons why I like it, because you're not just buying more and more filters, which can be expensive. Instead, we paid more of a higher cost for the Berkey filter, but we have more of just maintenance and cleaning the filters, which I personally like. I don't clean the filters in our boat on our sinks because I don't want the water pressure to be like messed up. So today, since we are at a dock, I will be cleaning it here. Now, I know that there are a ton of boat filters and stuff like that, but this is just something that we can use wherever we are. So if we decide to, you know, do a van or an RV or do something on land, we can carry this with us and use it there. So that's why we like it.
How's it going?
I could use some help.
Next up on our list is cleaning Fred. And so we've been keeping Fred behind us, dragging him, which means we get more growth than normal. And we've been doing that just because we have Ollie. So we take her out twice a day, every day, and if not more. But I'm not sure like how much that actually affects our speed. So we might start pulling him up just to experiment. But we're gonna bring him down onto the dock. Jen's gonna scrape him and we're gonna do a very deep clean.
I'll show you how bad the undergrowth is. The last time we cleaned it was like 2 months ago. Ew, gross. We even have some hard growths, so some barnacles. That came off pretty easy. Oh.
Should be good. Supervisor Ollie, how are we doing?
Yeah, what do you think? What's my rating, Ollie? Did I pass?
You're doing great, Mom. One thing that I'm sort of kicking myself now from when I redid the decks was I didn't put up any like paper around or protection around the side of the boat because I just had so much to do, and I thought that that would just, you know, take too much time, and you know, we barely finished the decks before we had to leave Maryland, so maybe it was worth it, but now there's the cleanup is crazy. And one of the things that would have been easy to do, I just didn't think about, was kind of putting some tape around our households, or I don't know what these things are called, but like the deck drainage, because kind of some of the thickened epoxy kind of went down there, and now I have to, like, you know, sand it out or scrape it out or whatever. So I'm gonna try to do that today for some of them. It's a project, you know, it's a little bit every day and a little bit every day. And this wasn't on our list, so I don't know, maybe I'm just like finding things to do. And it looks way better. Nice and smooth. Now we just need a paint job whenever it's not gonna rain. And I need to clean up all these things too. These little epoxy marks. Not very clean. Jen's the clean one. Now only 50 more holes to go. Just kidding, there's like, we have 6 of these. Whew. We are making some good progress, but it's just never ending. Every spot that I look on the boat, I'm like, boat project, boat project, boat project, boat project. But it's a little after 12, so lunchtime, Jen's cooking up some homemade lunch. Let's go check it out.
We're gonna have an egg salad sandwich for lunch, but since we are a little low on propane, we have 2 propane tanks, and so when one goes out we have a spare, and right now we are on our spare. So I'm going to be using the Instant Pot, which uses electricity and not propane, and boiling them like on our stove to boil the eggs and make our lunch. So hopefully that'll help prolong our need for propane, because at this particular marina this is not the most convenient stop to fill up our propane tanks. And I'm using our unlimited water to clean things that I would not otherwise be cleaning when we were in water conservation mode, like Ollie's bowls, our tea kettle, lots of other just little things.
Great job.
Soapy.
Next on the docket of items that wasn't originally on the list is our swim platform. As you guys have known, we've had lots of problems with our swim platform. The previous owner basically had a docking mishap, cracked some of it. That was the initial cause of everything. Then we rescued those kayaks in the Neuse River, and then one of the boys basically jumped on the swim platform on the part that was already not the most secure. So then that caused really the majority of the problems. And then I fixed it, but still it's not very secure. Basically gonna fill in the wood with some epoxy resin filled with a 404 high density filler, so that way it'll really bond well and kind of make us a whole new joint. And then I'm gonna use the leftover epoxy to fill in what I had sanded on the Flybridge pump station. I've applied all the epoxy. We'll let it cure, and I'll sand it down and make it look quite a bit better.
Lunch is ready.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you.
Oh. That is a homemade egg salad sandwich. Thanks, baby.
You're welcome.
Smells good. Now, time for some interior projects. We've had a problem with our bilge pump lately, and the bilge pump works as a whole, but the automatic switch in it, basically once it triggers on, it really doesn't turn off. And I'm 99% sure that it's because it's like there's grime on the sensor of the bilge pump. So a few times now I've like gone in, cleaned out the bilge, Cleaned off the sensor and it works until it triggers and then it just doesn't stop turning on anymore. We need to have this automatic bilge pump working. And I've just been waiting for a good time because I'm gonna have to clip the wires, take it out, deep clean it, and then put it back in. So it's not just like taking it out, I can't pull it out. The wires are all intertwined with a whole bunch of other stuff. So, you know, what probably could have been an easy project is a long project. You know, welcome to the boat.
Woohoo! That looks good. Wow. Fred got a bath.
Fred got a bath. If you know how to remove this discoloration, I don't know if it's just like the ICW brown, but if you know how to remove this discoloration, please let us know in the comments below.
What have you tried?
I just tried boat soap and like vinegar to get some of the moldy spots, but I don't know why. I've been scrubbing and scrubbing for hours, but it doesn't do a whole lot for the actual discoloration.
Look at that. Think our bilge pump needs to be cleaned? The thing is that our bilge is not that dirty. I've cleaned it out many times. It's just probably what happened is there's a little bit of sludge in it. When this boat was sitting on the hard for a year and a half, that sludge just became sludgier and sludgier. Now take this. I need to do a deep clean of this.
I don't know what it is, but Jen and I were just feeling super exhausted today. We're wondering if it's something we ate. It's kind of like zapping our energy and not making us feel good. Progress is being made though. Sorry, I'm just like so zapped. It's 2:45 and we are getting a lot of the stuff done that needs to get done. I have a lot of critical projects on my list that I have not started, like figuring out our fuel problem while we died the other day, and then also we have like a leak, which sounds worse than it is, but in our aft cabin, the bilge back there doesn't really drain that well to our regular bilge, so it'll fill up every few days. The water is salty.
We have a clean bilge pump. Look at that. That is exceptional, if I say so myself. I soaked up all the stuff that I could in the bilge. I scraped it, I scrubbed it, got out any grease that's in there. Like just sludge from, you know, living on a boat and trawler life and everything. Now let's install this and hope it works, because if it doesn't work, I mean, it's gonna work, but hopefully the automatic sensor works, because I really don't want to buy another bilge pump. This one looks perfectly fine. All right, let's go throw some water in the bilge and make sure it works. Well, it hasn't turned on just yet. I have no clue what's going on with our bilge pump right now. I filled up the bilge with water. The automatic sensor didn't work. I messed with the connections a little bit, redid some of the, because of the wires that I had to cut. And then ran all the water out just through our manual switch. And it went out. And now it's like going off every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds it's going off. So I don't know if something's wrong with the sensor or what. Might need a new bilge pump. Well, it wouldn't be a boat project if it worked the first time. So I think we are going to get a new bilge pump and have that shipped to a future marina. Next on my list is tightening up our V-belt. I noticed it's been getting a little bit loose, kind of like what we had the problem before. So I'm gonna tighten that up. Now I'm gonna tighten up and investigate our fuel issue, and we're gonna raise the dinghy and then clean the outside of the boat. And it is 6:15.
Ooh boy. Tonight we ordered pizza for dinner because we were both very tired and do not feel like cooking at all. So we ordered pizza. Osprey Marina gives you this nice like local services list, and there are all the local restaurants are pizza restaurants. So it's kind of just, the marina is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but cannot beat that $1 a foot price. So we'll take it. But we ordered pizza from Aroma's Pizza, got it delivered, and are going to, oh, and we also got groceries delivered. So we started using Instacart because not all spots along the Great Loop have really close access to grocery stores that are like within walking distance. So we have Instacart. I'll include a code below for like $10 off your order of Instacart. But yeah, basically we get things delivered here and it works out pretty well.
Yeah, it's slightly more expensive than like in prices stores, but it tells you in the app, which is kind of cool. But if you think about it, an Uber both ways here is maybe $15 an Uber, being kind of conservative. It could be more. So that's 30 bucks, and you're spending time shopping. So it's a time savings and it's a money savings. Like with all the fees and the increased cost of everything, it's still less than $30 that you pay. So it's a win-win.
Yeah. But let's dig into the pizza. Oh my gosh. Ollie, what do you think? Is that pizza all for you? Do you want some? Do you want some pizza?
Ollie, how many boat chores did you do today? None. So you're not getting any pizza.
You'll get maybe a crust.
Yeah, I'll still give you a bite because I love it. 2 more jobs to do. It is 7, 8, 10. Man, the sun just went down. It was beautiful. Pizza was delicious. 2 more projects. Gotta hook up the sewage tank sensor in our aft cabin. It's all set up. I just put the wires together, and then I need to sort of do a little prep work to diagnose our aft cabin minor leak. And is putting away all of our Instacart groceries. The good thing about being on a boat is we have a lot of uses for the plastic bags that they give you whenever they deliver your groceries. So we do make a lot of use of them. There are trash bags, there are dog bags, there are rag bags for whenever I'm doing an oil change or anything. So we make the most of them, even though normally we like to use our own bags.
Every single time trying to fit in, like we go for like a week's worth of groceries, so 7 or 8 meals about-ish, and breakfast and like lunch and stuff like that. Lunch is usually just leftovers. But there's always something that doesn't quite make it in the fridge. Either I forgot it on the counter or whatever. This week it's cucumbers, so it's like always a shuffle, and it's like playing Tetris in our refrigerator every single week.
That boat project I consider on the way. I didn't find the leak, but I did clean up all of the water that was here under our aft cabin and in the transom. And I did see that water was coming from our transom area here and like our transom lazarette. So what I'm gonna do is kind of keep an eye on it for the next few cruises, seeing where water builds up and try to diagnose it further from there. Because
There's not really anything down here that water can come from. It would make more sense for it to come there and some of our through holes and then come in and down. So we shall see. Now on to the final project of the day. It is 9:15 and that is our sewage sensor in our aft tank. And for this, basically, when we first moved into the boat, this light never worked, and I just thought it was defective. And then about 2 weeks ago, I'm downstairs doing some engine checks, and I look at where this is, like on the other side, like I'm inside the engine compartment, and I'm like, those wires are not connected. So I think it was just never connected from the previous owner. It was a work in progress or something like that, and yeah. So I'm gonna hook up those wires and hope it works. Researching the manual for our tank thing so I can wire it up correctly.
You're the best.
That's it for us today. That was a full day of boat work. It is 10:43 and tomorrow we are gonna kind of play it by ear because we were gonna have a 60-mile cruise, but tomorrow morning it's gusting 29 knots.
We do not cruise when it's gusting 29 knots.
And considering we need to leave a marina, very tight slip, and enter at wire and get fuel, which means dock and leave a dock. So, you know, we're gonna see. Play it by ear.
Yeah. If we leave later, maybe I can do a load of laundry.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow as we continue on the Great Loop. And like most days, we're not sure exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you knew any of the answers to some of our questions throughout the video today, please leave them in the comments below.
Yeah.
Like how to get the yellow stain off of the dinghy and off of the side of the hull. That would be great. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Ciao. Long a list of projects.
Plan, or this is our, like, I don't know what I'm saying. It's just like, that's usually when it sucks.
Yeah.
Just now?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
It's okay. Do you want to say hi?
No.
Oh, okay.
Good job, babe. Good job.
Thanks. I really don't enjoy this. For the people out there that enjoy doing boat work, you are a very, very special person. Because I hate this. It's not fun. But it's okay. It's part of the circle of life. Part of the adventure.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
No boat, no problem.
I don't even know what to say.
The thing is that you're trying to say that wraps up a long day of boat work, but really,
I would like to say.
well, but that's not true because, well, that is true of boat work, but that's only half the day.
I know, right? Wow.
We're pretty tired. We're gonna go.
You actually like have a lot of energy right now, it sounds like.